Grab your earbuds because today we are going to make the time to get the kitchen deep cleaned with a 15-minute zone clean together. Y'all know I follow FlyLady and I love it, and there's a 15-minute deep clean that's built in called zone cleaning, but that seems to be the one thing that I skip most often.
I know you told your friend you're not okay, and tell me what's wrong and why you never said you felt that way. Guess you're trying to stay strong and fake a smile until I look away. But I've known you too long, it hurts to watch your blue eyes fade to gray as you fade away.
So zone cleaning is one of those things I skip so often. If there's anything that's going to come off my schedule, this is usually it.
Yeah, I'm about to fade away, cause every time I wake up I feel like it's Monday. Something's going wrong with all the chemicals up in my brain. All of a sudden I don't look at it.
Are you guilty of this as well? Because I feel like life just happens, and I've just embraced this part of me recently that imperfectly clean is still clean, and I don't have to check every box. So I'm telling you right now, if you're feeling bad because you haven't deep cleaned your kitchen in a minute, don't. Just let that stuff go and quit carrying it on your back. We are moms, we are busy, we are not maids, so do the best you can. And if you've got 15 minutes today, we're gonna at least get 15 minutes done for this week.
I promise that I've never felt this way. I really hope that you will choose this.
Being a mom is not a one-size-fits-all. We're all so very different, and that's what makes us beautiful and unique. And I'm hard on myself some days, and even though I know better, that doesn't mean that there won't be bad days. There are going to be bad days. My friend Robin, she gets up every morning at like the crack of dawn when it's dark and rainy and gets a little workout in because it's her therapy. It's the way that she gets things going. And I was doing that. I was getting up, I was getting moving, and then life smacked me in the face. And I've got to pick up the pieces. And I want you guys to pick up the pieces. If you've had a craptastic week, month, year, just let it go. I am giving this to God. I am throwing it at His feet. He can carry this burden for me. I don't need to carry it anymore, and neither do you. Breathe, mama. Breathe in God's love. Breathe in His support. Breathe in that Holy Spirit that fills you with the joy and knowledge that we can get through this. And then breathe out all the insecurities and all the negativities, because we are more than just a housekeeper. We are so much more. We are the most valuable thing in His eyes. He trusts us with babies. I mean, that is like the most important job in the entire world, is to have babies. And I want you to just breathe for just a second and know that no matter what your version of home looks like, if it's the best that you can make it, if you're living a life truly, authentically to balance your family, just know that you're good. You are golden. You don't need to change and do something because somebody else says. Now, if you are not happy with the way things are going, then we can work on that. We can build the routines. We can make changes. But when you find a routine, a plateau, a place where you're surviving, things are running okay, it's just so much better. And I finally think that that's where I am with my cleaning routines. I do like to change it up a bit, and you guys are gonna see probably over the whole month of May, I'm gonna be doing something behind the scenes because I wanna give a few other ones a try. There are two reasons for that. Neither of them are because I don't like FlyLady. I love FlyLady, but I think sometimes when you've been doing the same routine for a while, you need to switch it up so that it can feel new and fresh again when you come back to it. Does that make sense? The second reason is that sometimes by doing these trials of these other plans, I'm gonna pick up some knowledge that I maybe didn't have. I'm rambling, but that's because this week has been a mess and I've missed you guys. Let's get back to cleaning. So dealing with kids, it just means chaos, and I find that I really just need to focus on structure, and that's why FlyLady works for me, because for years I just struggled to know what to do and when to do it, and you know, sometimes I just wasn't consistent in anything. And so having just a routine, even if it's not perfect, having one that I can follow and I don't have to put the thought into it, I can just do it and let my mind kind of relax about it and let somebody else worry about it. It just works for me. But if it's not working for you, I think that it's totally okay to make changes. And you guys know I change it all the time. Like, I am not some kind of, you know, perfectionistic person at all. In fact, I'm probably the biggest FlyLady rebel on YouTube, right? Hold on. But my encouragement for you today is that if you are in a place where you're struggling, if you're trying to, you know, figure out where to start, what to do, how to begin, if you're slacking off on zone cleaning and kind of beating yourself up, don't. Just remember to love yourself. You're a mom and not a maid. You know, we are in charge of a lot more than just cleaning. We cook, we shop, we raise the babies, love the babies, take care of the babies, do all the laundry. You know, these are all full-time jobs, and we have to do them, and not just do them, but do them gracefully and with love and caring and kindness. And so never, ever, ever judge what your experience is and your feelings are, because even the most perfect person can have an off day or an off week or have situations just feel out of your control. And that's where I am this week. And it's not gonna take much for me to cry, because I'm really missing my cat today, and I just feel very out of sync. And I find that just putting these earbuds in and just deep cleaning and just going back to the basics, like, don't overthink it, Terry. Just pick up the washcloth and start cleaning and work it out. You don't have to know what you're doing or how to do it perfectly. Just get out of your head and get physically active doing it. And that is definitely making me feel better. But talking to you guys, you know, y'all are like my confidence, y'all are my friends, you guys are my support. And so every single time that I do these videos, I always think about, you know, me a few years ago when I truly just felt beat up by life, and I felt very alone as a mom. And I'm so happy that we don't have to live that way anymore. YouTube has just completely changed everything. Social media, although it can be a total beast, it's also a way for us to connect even when we're really far apart. So anyways, sorry about that, but just clean with me, guys. Keep going. So I've got two different ways that I like to track my progress. And like I said, I need to track because I need the checkbox. It just, when I can look back and see what I got done in one place at the end of the day, then that gives me a sense of relief, satisfaction, and worth. And I know that my worth is not tied up into whether or not my house is clean, and I don't want you to hear that from me.
Isn't it my birthday yet? 'Cause I gotta say, you're looking like a gift for me, wrapped up nice and neat, baby. Get in my way now, don't be shy. We'll be here dancing day. Get in my groove now, don't be shy. 'Cause I got this is my favorite thing.
So I wanted to be really transparent with you right now, because I feel like sometimes we put so much on us to be perfect, and I'm just gonna be real. I'm not feeling it today. In fact, I'm sad today. I've had a lot of triggering things going on with my life in the last month. Issues with changes to, I don't even know how to say it without spilling the beans. So, divorce in the family, possible divorce in the family that was unexpected, having to move people, having to kind of deal with some anxiety and things like that, and triggering emotions from all of that. And then on top of it all, losing Kiwi Kitty you know, I got home Monday from our trip and just was overwhelmed with sadness and grief because he wasn't here. And I know that this is crazy, but when you're a mom, there are certain things that just bring such comfort, and I did not have any idea how much he did. So coming home and not having his little butt to curl up on top of my chest while I was trying to check emails and just kind of being a nuisance, it really just reminded me how much I miss him. And it's only been a week and a half, 2 weeks, so it's still pretty fresh, and I've stayed very busy. But I don't want you guys to think that my quietness on Facebook and social media is a reflection of me not caring about you. I'm struggling, and I don't want to be negative. You know, I want to be here to support and motivate you guys, but unfortunately I'm in a season that's a little hard. And so your friendship means the absolute world to me, but I want to pour into younger me, mamas who feel off, feel like they aren't getting things done, just don't have the energy to get up and deal with life some days. I see you, I feel you, I know how that is, because literally yesterday I got dressed and I even put makeup on so that I could film this video, and that's where it ended. I just could not get it together. So listen to your body, love on yourself, and don't worry about perfection, because some days you just need to slow down and recharge, and then go with what you can. If you have an ailment, you know, maybe you have an autoimmune disease or something like that that causes you to not have enough energy to do all of these things at once, please don't think that I'm telling you that there's only one way to do this. I'm 100% saying move at your own pace. Do what you can with the time and the energy that you can. I think that young moms have to break it into small pieces, because you've got to clean when the baby's asleep, or when the toddlers are settled down, or the kids are gone to school. Okay, so we got a lot done today, and it feels good. And one of the main ways that I like to track things, I should say 2 different ways that I track things, is I still love my paper products. So I have printables that I just set up a daily, everything I want to get done for the day, and this goes with me throughout the day so that I can check things off. And the other way that I like to do it is with the FlyLady Plus app. And you guys know I'm a big fan of this, especially if you're a mom on the run, because this takes 0 prep time. Everything is already there. Now, I did go through and customize my app so that it has all of my zones for my house and my life. And if you want to know how I did that, I will link that below, because when I did that, I feel like that may have been like the turning point on me kind of owning my own routine. It wasn't hers, it wasn't Clean Mama's, it wasn't anybody's, it's mine. This is my routine. It is heavily based off of FlyLady, but I have gone through and I have changed things, and I have moved some zones around. I'm gonna go through and just mark off what we got done today, and next month I'll pick up right where I left off. I should say tomorrow. We will pick up on the next task for another 15 minutes, but if I don't get to it tomorrow, I'm not gonna beat myself up, because I went ahead and spent the extra time to feel like my kitchen is fairly clean. I did not get on top of the cabinets today. Next month I will definitely need to do that, but I don't feel like it's just not the big a deal. I needed to do what I did today, and that's why I did it, and you should too. I love you, and Heavenly Father, I come to you and I ask that you would just be with us as we go through and we clean and organize and love on our families. Father God, I just pray that you will fill us up and renew our spirits as we go through each and every day. Father, I ask that you would take the weight of the burdens that we carry and just carry them for us, Father. It's hard to be a mom and a wife, and sometimes we're struggling. So if there's anyone that's here that's struggling, I just pray that you would reach out and just touch them in a special way. I pray for close friends and family who are not doing well, that you would just put your loving arms around them. And Father God, I just pray that we will continue to shed light on your truth, that in a world full of chaos and misunderstandings and distractions, that we can continue to focus on the one true and living God. Father God, thank you so much. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen.